Here we are at the Daylesford Organic Farm chicken field. I'm speaking today because I've just started this week a really interesting project on the farm with Richard and Jez, the market garden manager and the farms manager that you've heard from before. We're in the chicken field because we are planting a load of trees, apple trees, alder trees, big shelter belt that is going to be fully integrated with the chicken ranges and also the market garden production as well. So to explain a little bit of detail, 800 apple trees, 36 different varieties, 100 in each of the total chicken range. Each of those will be sheltered by a shelter belt of 1600 alder trees. Those alder trees are going to be used for our biomass boiler, so we'll be chipping those up and putting them in. We'll also use them potentially for bedding and for something for the chickens to scratch around in, maybe even mulching the trees with that wood chip. The shelter belt will be made up with tree species that flower and provide berries and seeds, so we'll have lots of food for the pollinators and the birds. Pollinators need food source all through the year, not just when the apples are in blossom, when you need them for our own purposes, but also for their existence. And then we have kale as well. So the kale will be in each of the ranges where there aren't apples. That kale will not have chickens running through it in the year it's being productive. But obviously benefiting from all the nitrogen that those chickens leave behind. And then we're actually going to let them grow up to go to flower in the second year. That's again another resource for the honeybees and other pollinators. Let them go to seed, and then there's something for the birds as well. So I think that's everything. It's a very, very integrated 30-acre field, that. Oh, and we'll also have some floristry, some eucalyptus, some hollies, twisted willows, twisted hazels and all that sort of thing for our floristry operation as well. So an incredibly enterprising field, and a lot of that is with the help of the Woodland Trust, who are funding the apple trees and half of the shelter belt and biomass trees as well. And it actually fulfills part of our Soil Association obligations to have trees within the range as well. So we're very happy to be kicking this off this week, and Richard will come back and talk in more detail about the hens, and Jez can talk about the trees and the kale in due course.